Hello everyone, this is White Wolf and we are going live talking about the brand new energies and also the timelines that we're collapsing and also the things that we're trying to implement with our lives that are just redesigning how we're tapping into our energy, how we're receiving our energy. And also I want to give a shout out to my client Fran. Thank God that she consulted me and also that I received from it as well. So I wanted to talk about the new energies that are coming in, but also collapsing of timelines and altering our experiences, but also the new prophetic visions that we're going to be getting, and also the things that we're really encompassing within our reality. And seeing how everything is changing within our life, and even using energies that come from animals, energies that comes from our angels, and different archetypes of energies, different combinations of energies, and our dragons. So we're able to implement that energies that are on different wavelengths and put it in this time-space continuum. So what we're doing is that we're initiating a different energy, a new energetic signature, and upping a frequency, a density of consciousness, but also trying to immerse ourselves and see through the illusion of God, and that God is not a thing, but God's source energy is a source of energy, and we're trying to pull from that source of energy to mass channel the pulse collectively of what we are experiencing on this earth plane. So everything that we experience in life is a reflection. It's a mirroring effect of consciousness, and it's mirroring back what we need to do, what we need to go through, and also how to receive the lessons, the catalysts, and also the things that we're experiencing at this time. So when we're on a brand new timeline, they always present different challengers, but also different ways to transcend the human condition, but also how to view your catalyst that you're going through, and also healing distortion. So if some of you have had pain in your foot, or some of you have went through stuff in your childhood where you've had maybe an illness or some form of a seizure, we're all healing those distortions. So we're healing those distortions to learn that they kind of come from different past lifetimes, but they also come from our past, and we're transcending everything that we've ever experienced within this incarnation. So we're healing everything that we've ever went through and every lifetime we've ever lived through, and learning that everything is being experienced within the time-space continuum, past, future, present, simultaneously. And we're living in the eternal present, and we're learning how to manifest our prosperity and to have our heaven right here, right now. So we're trying to manifest this heaven. We're trying to manifest this absolute reality to have the direct perception of the I am presence fully realized inside of this space-time continuum. So we're allowing ourselves not only to channel from the different dimensions, but also channel from the realms that are unseen. So we're allowing ourselves to protect the blessing, to protect the sacred geometry that we're encompassing upon this reality. So we're really seeing that spirituality isn't just something that you do on a Sunday, but spirituality is something that you do with your life every single day, to be dedicated, to be primed, to set the precedent for today, and to know that you're here to live forever. And also that it can be a brand new day that you're experiencing every single day, because you're changing the energy of what you're experiencing. And also, when I'm out here and the Cardinals are going and the Blue Jays are going, that's an energetic signature. Every time that you use light language, you are translating different languages and different galactic languages that are not really been intellectualized yet or put to paper. So whenever a lot of women are saying light language, they're transmuting energy, they're transmuting negative energy, but they're also allowing them to speak in different languages and also speak to other galactic races and archangels that don't use the same languages as we do. So everything in spirituality, the brand new energy that is coming in, is the new wave of profits, but also the new wave of prosperity, and realizing that your life is never going to be the same before as it once was, because that's out with the old and in with the new. So you're having so many deep prophetic visions and word spaces and different ways to implement your switch words. So it's sometimes just changing the way that you say something. Sometimes it's literally just changing the way that you go about a certain situation. Sometimes it's just changing the certain routine that you have within your life. So if you've come on the feed before, this is White Wolf. I also do private sessions where I do readings, healings, activations. Just had a beautiful session, and I'm out in the woods, and this message just came. That you are the child of the light, and that you can always encompass upon your state of being. You can always find ways to channel your energy and channel the wisdom for the future. But what we're doing is that we're seeing through the illusion that God is not a thing or a person, but God is the creation of everything. So if God is the creation of everything, that means that you are just that extension of that goddess, of that God, that is realized inside of you, that is wanting to channel out of you, but wanting to use you as a divine instrument to display the hypothesis, the theories, the experimentation of enlightenment. So when we're channeling from our gut and our heart and our mind, we're channeling from the standpoint of the twin heart. So we're channeling from that standpoint, and we're allowing ourselves to see within a heightened state of awareness. So we're looking into that state of being, and we're using that as a lens and as a telescope for us to grow deeper and be more spiritually alive, but also use the insight, the garnering of learning and channeling and professing. A lot of you are prophesying what you want. Many of you are different. You're storytellers. Some of you are painters. Some of you are poetry writers. Some of you are energetic sound healers. It doesn't matter what it is because it leads you to the same thing. In every type of mythology, and every type of philosophy, and every type of religion, it leads about to the same thing. It's leading you no matter which direction you take. It's always leading you back to that source of light, back to that source of creation. And it's just willing to accept it and go along the journey here and now. And going through it, no matter how hard or tough it is, because they would not put it on your heart if they thought you weren't able to handle it. And we have to see each other as masters. We have to see each other as inseparability. We have to see our imperfections as perfections, as a way to get better. And we have to see our prosperity as an endless supply. We have to see that our labor is our love, and that we're grinders, we're hustlers, we're people that want to really just come into balance with who we really are. A lot of you are grinding and hustling and going along the journey. So a lot of you are just going through this journey and knowing yourself and rediscovering who you are. But also you're having this profound sense of self-realization, which is allowing you to change and alter experiences, timelines, but also energy, so that you're able to be a mass producer of illusion, but a mass channeler of genuine energy, a genuine source of energy. So all of you are beautiful, and all of you go through your own quirks, and all of you have your own personality traits that you're expanding upon. So sometimes our biggest gifts can be our worst personality traits. Like, so if you know that you're OCD, your OCD could actually lead you to more profound states of enlightenment. So each part of yourself that you don't like becomes your gift. Your light aspects come into balance with your dark aspects. And it allows you to have a pure state of mind, a pure state of body, but also that you show up fully and you're just there. You're in the heart of it. You're in the middle of it. And you're just that deep water horizon that allows you to look into that sun every day and be in awe. It's a beautiful feeling to be awestruck, to be in awe of the sunset, to be in awe looking into your wife or husband's eyes, to have that gaze back with the Creator. One of the things I do with my clients is that I give them a smile and a gaze. And what that does is that it allows them to see God within themselves, because I'm looking through the eyes of Source, looking back and mirroring that back to them. So there's some sense and sensibility there, and there's some attention. But it's also bringing attention and awareness to that person that they are, that illusion of God. Because God's not a thing or a concept or an explanation or this or that. But God is energy, and the illusion to see through is to see God within everything that you do. To see God in everything that you touch, and to see God within everything that you experience, that you channel, and that you bring within to your awareness with your words of wisdom. So a lot of us use our words of wisdom. A lot of us use our channel. It doesn't matter what it is, because it leads people to the same place. It leads people to enlightenment. And, you know, it's just a beautiful sight to see everybody awakening and wanting to ask questions, wanting to seek it. The seeking impulse allows you to be a student of the craft. It allows you to not only prime the seeking impulse, but it allows you to redirect your life and to see where you need to be aligned. But it makes you humble, because you have the seeking impulse in your repertoire to know that you can pull that out at any given time if you have a question, if there's something that you're seeking. There's a squirrel running around. But it also offers reflections, you know? It offers reflections for you to be yourself. You don't have to be perfect, but they're trying to get us to be on all the time, to be like a light switch that doesn't get shut off, that doesn't have a problem with the circuitry. And like, I want to answer this question, and I acknowledge you. Can a mental breakdown cause spiritual awakening? It absolutely could. A lot of us leave like the churches, a lot of us leave our jobs. Some of you have been doctors. Some of you had mental breakdowns which allowed you to tap into your inner child, or if you block stuff out of your awareness. So absolutely a mental breakdown can cause spiritual wakefulness, because it could also lead to healing. It could lead you to really healing within yourself, but also seeing the source of energy within you. So like this person said, a divorce triggered mine. So everybody is seeking validation, but also everybody's seeking peace of mind, body, and soul. You don't have to prove to God that he loves you. You don't have to go to a specific building to let God know that he loves you. You don't have to scrape your knees on the ground and pray for Source to love you and to give you grace. You don't have to prove to Source that he needs to love you, because he has already loved you since you were already born into this incarnation. He lives within all of us. He lives within the source of energy that we carry, and he lives with the way that we carry ourselves. And he will always give you guidance. Your higher selves will always give you guidance on what you need to do here and now, what you need to implement, what you need to change, what you need to grow, what you need to have certainty within your life. Or if you want to find the things that are significant and use that as a stalemate, so people can awaken and become more in tune with their gifts and their intuitive nature, then they can do that, and then they can grow and expand from you, because you're setting that example for them. And you're reflecting God as a mirror, as a reflector, as a demonstrator, as a way that you exemplify energy. But also, people will see that within your smile, within your eyes, within everything that you do. I'm a guy in a t-shirt and a hat, and I'm not any different than any of you. And that's what's beautiful. And we can receive from one another. We can teach one another. We can allow each other to heal together and to co-create into this existence. So when we allow ourselves to do that, we allow ourselves to see that we are a part of a team of gods and creator gods. And we're just manifesting the energy of the future, but we're maintaining the present. And that's how we see through the delusion of time or linearity, because everything is happening all at once, and everything that we've already experienced has already happened. It's just aligning to that right then and there to be able to change or orchestrate the new timeline and the brand new energy. So we collapse timelines so that we alter the timelines and develop a new energetic signature, so that we're able to follow the free will of who we are. So every time that we're co-creating, every time that we're growing, every time that we up a density or frequency of consciousness, we're detracting experiences that were not in our highest and best good. Now, a lot of the things prophetically set for your guys' lives will happen, but sometimes you can alter those things as well. And they could just be a tad different than what you had them when you were supposed to experience them. Because there's always an aspect of you, and I talk about this all the time, and I'm going to repeat myself, the monad, the I am presence, the 12 aspects of you in different realms and different planes and different universes that are experiencing all of this at the same time. It's all happening at the same time. So you have to allow yourself to change the narrative. You have to allow yourself to change the theme of your life, but also know that you're the author and you're generating a different story within your life. We all have different new beginnings. We all have different chapters and different phases and different structures and parameters that we follow within our lives. So every time that we do this, we develop a sense of balance within our masculine and our feminine aspects, but we also get discernment, we get wisdom, and we get a lot more grace because we're accepting the blessing within ourselves. That's why when we're accepting more prosperity, more love, more unconditional love, more freedom and responsibility and accountability, that means that we are growing spiritually. That was a blessing. You see that butterfly? That was beautiful. I hope my phone isn't going to overheat, so I might have to move my live actually into a shaded spot. So I'm going to move the spot because it's kind of sunny over there and my phone's getting a tad bit hot. So basically, every time that you do something that you've been putting off, it changes the timeline. Every time that you change your personality, you're manifesting something more. Every time that you rebuild your relationship with money, you're generating a new signature that you're able to play with money and that you're able to have fun and to really change the pattern of thinking, change the patterns in your life, but also the relationships that we even attract to ourselves all the time. It's not flawless. These live feeds are not flawless, okay? They're not flawless because I have to move, because my phone got overheated one time when I was doing a live and I didn't get to do any healing energy. But the reason for this live was really to just demonstrate that we're all helping each other do this. We're all helping each other get to the next point in the next stage, and we all receive guidance from each other. And we're all receiving different wavelengths and learning how to be a universal receptor of that universal love that surpasses all understanding. So universally, we're becoming a non-dual awareness. I just changed the timeline with that sneeze. But you get my point, is like the very fact you don't have to take yourself seriously anymore because you're not looking for things that are generating problems and issues. You're not always looking for, you're not using your mind anymore because you're not looking for all of the problems in your life. You know, some people think about what people think of them, or being not wanting to go outside because of the energy. You know, everybody measures themselves differently. So how you measure yourself and how you set those realistic expectations, and you're able to reach those goals. So you're not putting it like a basketball goal and you're not 7 foot and you can't dunk the ball. So you got to shoot. So you got to shoot a jump shot, and you got to change how you're going about it and things of that nature. You guys can book private sessions as well. I hope everybody is liking the live feed, and we're going to be doing some healing energy as well. So if you're coming into this live feed, just let me know, and we're going to be doing some healing energy, and we're going to tap into the energy of the Blue Jays. So person, may I ask what you do? I do psychic readings, healings, activations, Cashapp record readings. So basically I just take insight and reflect back to you what you're experiencing and taking the pulse on what you're experiencing. So that's what I do basically as someone who does energy work and things of that nature. Yes, I would say I'm an oracle because my slogan is the Oracle of Love, Light, and Wisdom. So that was kind of synchronistic that you said that. You asked me if I was an oracle. I tried to manifest oracles of love, light, and wisdom, which is the consciousness, the prophets that have incarnated here. And it's also a way to just implement that psychic protection over yourself and just speaking towards what you want and what you want to do. Like every time I start one of my lives, and this is something that I'm going to teach you guys real quick, even though I'm talking about, you know, timelines and the brand new energy, and this is the brand new energy, you know, like psychic protection. A lot of people don't know how to psychically protect themselves. So the billion layer protection grid is an energetic force field that goes over the whole planet to protect yourself. So when you're saying I set protocols and put the billion layer protection grid over myself, guess what? It's going over the entire world and protecting you from any energy. And then you can call in angels and dragons and things of that nature. So we have to realize that we're much more than what we think we are. We're stronger than we think we are. We're more than what we think we are in these human meat suits, if you will. Just know I acknowledge every one of you, and I know you, and I see you as God. And if you see everything like that, then you're seeing everything as God. And like I see this red cardinal here, that is a creation and extension of God, and we can tap into the energy of that cardinal, like right now. Right there, you can connect to the energy of that cardinal. So we're connecting to the interconnectedness and the recircuitry of being an intergalactic council. Now there is guides that I use called the Intergalactic Council that are leaders of this world and are basically like the Chamber of Commerce of the universe, you know, basically like, you know, like the president and stuff like that. But we're becoming a council that uses the wisdom of being an oracle of love, light, and wisdom, but also channeling from our higher selves and our guides so that we're aligning ourselves to the brand new energy and developing that sense of presence. And we're also developing a new timeline every time. So generating a new experience, changing the routine, just changing your state. That's all it really you need, is just changing your state and living in a beautiful state always. It's difficult to do because there's a psychology side of spirituality, and there's also a physical side of spirituality, and then there's the non-physical side, the mind, body, and spirit, if you want kind of broken down in terms that you can understand it. So there's the psychology side with your emotional guidance system, with your triggers, with your shadow. That's the psychology side. And then the physical side is how you feel within your body, treating your body right, but also allowing the spirit, the higher self, to encompass your vessel so that you are an empty vessel and a channel of the divine. So, and if you don't get anything from this live, just know that seeing through the illusion of God is seeing God within yourself. That's the biggest illusion to see through. A lot of people still don't understand it because they're coming from the standpoint of where they're growing. But when you see through that, it becomes very powerful, and it becomes known to you that I am everything. I am the blessing. I am love. I am light. I am everything that's being generated out of this. I am God. You're not God Almighty. Don't get it twisted. Because there's some people, then they'll go out of ego and be like, oh, I'm God Almighty. Like, no, like, it means that you're an extension of God. And I was explaining this to a client as well and breaking it down for her, even though I kind of talked in a cryptic language like I am now, even though you guys won't fully get it, but you'll get it enough to be like, oh my God, that just hits on a certain note, because that's resonance, because you're feeling the truth and the energy behind it and sending out that you're created in the image of the Almighty, the chosen, the prophets, the energetic master intuitives. So that's what we're doing here. Now, I do meditations. I have a YouTube channel, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, White Wolf the Oracle 23_@ I also have private sessions that you guys can take on as well. So it's $70 for 1 hour, $60 for a healing and activation session, and 30 minutes for $40. And I have a psychic class that you can take a part of too. So we're going to be doing some healing energy. We're going to be doing some activations, and we're going to connect with some animals. So we're going to connect with your spirit animals like unicorns, and also we're going to connect with the blue jays and the red cardinal. And I'm also going to call in some angels and things of that nature. So emerald eyes, I love that you put 111. It's 211 here. So we're going to do some healing energy. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to ground deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. So we're grounding deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth, and we're going to channel the wisdom of the cicadas. And we're also going to tap into the energy of the blue jays. We're going to tap into the energy of the red cardinals, and the unicorns are coming through. Archangels of love and light, who's willing to cleanse us of our auric field, tapping into God's source energy and the great I am, diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. Set protocols, northeast, south, and west. Archangel Michael is giving you the cloak of power and the sword of the Spirit and the helmet of salvation and the breastplate of righteousness. Archangel Metatron is downloading his cube within your causal chakra. Mother Mary is offering healing energy. So if you want to feel more light and airy, accept this healing energy as well. So we're going to activate light language. So if you have never done light language before, activate that. And we're going to activate the pineal gland as well. And we're going to tap into the Kundalini energy, the energy of release. Some of you are getting necklaces from the Osage Indians and Grandmother and the Tribal Women. Mary Magdalene is pouring oil by your feet, anointing you. And Jesus has stepped forward to give you guys the powers of the teacher. The Apostle Paul is coming in with a lot of healing energy, demonstrating healing energy as well. The Blue Jays energy, if you hear them, and the Red Cardinals, we're going to tap into that frequency. We're going to open up your ears, your eyes, and receiving from the pineal gland. Also being able to have prophetic visions and to accept the blessing always. Allow yourself to really tap into your psychic abilities and your psychic insight. And being okay with being a psychic. To tap into your manifest abilities. To manifest anything out of thin air. And to become the light of awareness. Which light is the appearance of everything. Light is the appearance, is why everything is created within this earth plane. We're going to ground again. Unlock the keys to your destiny, but also connect with your highest timeline. Connect with your highest vibratory energetic signature. Come from a standpoint of being prophetic and step into the anointing set before you. We've all been in the comfort zone and we've all been in the panic zone. But now it's time to stay within the stretching zone. And coming into balance with that deep water horizon, manifesting heaven on earth, the prophecy accepted, the full realized expansion of the highest state of consciousness. Forevermore. And so it is. Whew. Okay, guys. Feel free to book private sessions with me. I do have a client tomorrow, so I won't be able to. Depending on the time, but pick a time, date, and day. Contact me on either Facebook or TikTok. You can find me on Facebook, White Wolf the Oracle, and also you can let me know what you want. If you want the $70 session, that was 1 hour. Also, you can do a session for $60 for healing activation Akashic records. And also you can do 30 minutes for $40. So if you can't swing that, but also if you see me go live, like maybe later on tonight around 10 or 11, I do readings, healings, activations. All you have to do is like, share, and gift a simple rose. It's only 99 cents. And I'm doing that so you guys can receive, but also if you're hesitant on booking a session, you can still receive, and then you can just allow yourself to receive. So thank you for that. So just let me know, contact me. I also have a Facebook profile, but guys, please refer to me as White Wolf. I don't recognize the person who I am as a human anymore. So if you see myself on Facebook, Jacob Wolf, just refer to me as White Wolf, because I don't want people referring to me from my first name. It's a respect thing that my guides want me to implement. And it's also just a thing of business and being professional, okay? So please don't think I'm being like insecure about that. It's just really wanting to be professional and things of that nature. So thank you guys for sharing, and thank you guys for liking this live also. And don't be afraid to subscribe to the TikTok as well, so you're notified. And also, I do those lives where I do readings and healings because they allow everybody to kind of receive, but also just to get a gist of what I'm trying to do, but also a sense of community too, because I talk to you guys like you're just people and stuff like that. So I hope you receive from this, and also just know brand new timeline, brand new energies, so much great stuff is coming to this reality and coming to ourselves, and just wanting to be guided to move towards the future. Okay? Just always focus on the future, and always focus on to channel the energy of the future while you're maintaining the present. So I want to thank you guys so much for this live. Thank you for the gifts. And also, I have a Cashapp and a PayPal that you can do. It's Cashapp, whitewolftheoracle, and also paypal.me, Jacob Dylan Wolf. But please don't refer to me as my normal name. That's just the only thing I ask. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I just want to let you guys know that you're all creators and you're all masters. And if I can do it, you can do it. If this guy in this green shirt and this tan hat can do it, you guys can do it. So I want to thank you. God bless. And namaste. God bless.